Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel Mo Digging. It's good to see you once again. Well, this week I went out to a few different playgrounds and hunted around for a while. I found a few interesting things that I'd like to share with you, so let's get straight to it. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Good to see you once again. Well, I've been out here for an hour now, I would say, and have got probably about 25 cents and change that I found so far, but I just got myself a really ugly signal at about 8 inches down, and I popped that out. And you know what? It's another buffalo nickel. For some reason, I found quite a few of these this year. There's the obverse of the coin. Not a bad looking find right there. And there's the reverse. Give me just a second, we'll clean it up and take a better look. But man, I'm doing pretty well with the buffaloes so far this year. That's awesome. I usually find a couple of them year by year, but I think I'm up to about 7 or 8 so far this year. So give me just a moment. Well, the buffalo nickel that I found last week turned out to be a 1918, but this one unfortunately doesn't really have a date. The numbers on this were kind of the high point of the coin, so they rubbed off very easily, but still a really cool coin. There also doesn't appear to be a mint mark down at the bottom, so it's going to be a Philadelphia mint, but pretty cool. I will always take a buffalo nickel. Let's get back to metal detecting. Now here's something I like to see. Take a look at this. I just got an 8788 signal here on the Fisher Gold Bug Pro, and I thought I was going to be digging up a quarter, but it's actually something better than a quarter. Let's see here. It's a presidential dollar, it looks like. I love finding some dollar coins. Oh, and it's a Thomas Jefferson. Very cool. That is a good find. These add up quickly. A lot more quickly than the pennies and dimes I've been finding this week. So I will take a dollar coin. Have not been finding too much here in the last couple hours, but I was going to show you guys I did get my first Wheatie not too long ago. 1956D, so not too bad. I do like finding the wheat pennies. Let me show you one other thing though that I didn't show you guys coming out of the ground. Give me just a moment to zoom out a little bit and pick up this item. 1 second. I got myself a pocket knife, and I didn't think much of it when I first pulled it out, but I managed to open up the blade using a pair of pliers. Sod Buster Jr. That's like a $30 pocket knife. I was going to show you guys. Let me get this home, clean it up, and at the end of the video, I'll show you what it looks like. So pretty cool, we'll take that. I did not show you guys this coming out of the ground. I actually got my first piece of silver for the week. If you look right there, it is marked 925, at least on the earpiece. But I think it's a little earring. It was a few inches down, and kind of an odd piece. Looks like a homebrew kind of earring, but first piece of silver for the week. I will take it. And then, hold on. I was going to show you guys this as well. I got a pin just here. It was ringing up as a 65 and it was about 2 inches down. Let's see what this is. Orca Coke Island Lighthouse? Huh. Kind of a strange find. I'll have to look that up and see where that's at. I would assume somewhere on the East Coast, but not bad. We got our first piece of silver for the week and a few interesting relics. Well, I just got myself a 65 signal in the wood chips here, and very surprisingly, I've got some silver, so let's take a look together. It is not much. It has got to be one of the smallest little silver rings I have ever found. Take a look at this. It's a little tiny dainty thing. I'm not sure what's on that, maybe a heart. Let me zoom in just a little bit. It is actually marked 925 in there. Yeah, you can see it there. But man, talk about a little tiny piece of silver. We'll take it and keep on hunting. Boy, you can certainly tell when a clad coin has been in the ground for a while when it turns red like this. There's where it was sitting in the ground just a little while ago. Look at how orange and red that coin has become. And here's good reason too. It's a 1965, the first year they made clad coins, or clad quarters I should say. So if it was 1 year older, it would have been silver. But that's the way this hobby goes. So we'll clean it up and get get it back in circulation. Well, here's a weird find in an unexpected location. At about 4 inches down, I just got this out of the ground. Little hem weight. It's actually made of lead. They still make these today, but people don't really use them. Ladies would sew these into the bottom of their shirts or skirts, I guess, back in the day, and it would help weigh it down so the wind wouldn't catch it, is my understanding. But pretty cool. Again, a very unexpected find for where I'm at, so we'll take it. Well, I've been digging nothing but trash signals for the last hour now. I've probably found like 16 cents and 50 or 60 pull tabs, but I just popped something out of the ground that may be silver, so let's take a look together. There are my finds from the last hour. Lots and lots of pull tabs and pieces of cans, but just got a 64 signal, just like all these other pull tabs. And I popped this out of the ground, and at first I thought it was another pull tab. I think it might be a little silver ring. That's probably what that is. It came out of the ground looking just about right. If you give me just a moment, I will clean that up. That looks pretty good, actually. Well, I looked all up and down this little ring and could not see any markings on it. That's got to be silver, though. Came out of the ground just looking right, and it's not a terribly large ring. Little kid's ring. Not entirely sure what that design is meant to represent, but still a cool find. That's another piece of silver for this week. We're doing pretty well. I'll put that away and keep digging some more trash signals. I can't believe this popped out of the ground. Well, I had to hold my breath there for just a moment. I just got a little tiny 77 signal and popped my plug. And I thought I had a little silver coin, but it's actually something different, but it's still interesting. So let's take a look at it. It is actually a little tiny token, which is kind of cool. I've got myself a little tiny play dime here with a little coffee mug on there. So that's kind of cool. I think these are mostly from the 60s and the 70s. So every once in a while I'll pop them out of the ground. I think I have like a little half dime or something like that. But nope, just a 40 or 50-year-old little aluminum token. So we'll put it away. You know, I'm kind of amazed these are the first I've found all week. I've detected for probably 7 or 8 hours already this week, and I just got my first keys. They're just some like little lock keys. 3 of them all together on a little kind of fobby thing there, or clip I should say. But yeah, finally got some keys for the week. Well, it's getting dark pretty quick, folks, and there's actually a storm moving in. But I just got a real deep 77 signal and popped my plug, and I've got a little piece of silver here that's pretty interesting. So let's take a look together. This was way deeper than I thought it probably was going to be. I would say it's probably 4 or 5 inches down, but I've got it sitting right here on top of the plug. I have got a little silver turtle, which is kind of cool. I'll get my water out and squirt it. Here we go. Here's the top of it. There's the bottom. Oh yeah, that's silver. That's pretty cool. It says sterling there, that side. S-T-E-R. Yeah, that is pretty neat. I thought I actually broke one of the legs off, but no, I am good. That is a cool little find. I was not expecting to find a silver turtle today. Pretty cool. All right, you guys, I'm back at the house now after about 10 hours of metal detecting this week. I've cleaned up my finds, including tumbling my coins, and it's time to go over the board. Well, there she is, folks, a pretty full board of items, but we're going to come over here first and just take a look at the trash. Lots and lots of garbage removed this week, including a lot of stuff sitting on top of the ground, as always, so please take your garbage with you if you're going to go out and metal detect. But we're going to come back over here and just go around the board a little bit. There are all my pull tabs from this week. I spent quite a bit of time digging those up. Didn't find any gold, but somehow found 4 pieces of silver this week, so it did pay off a little bit. Some bits and bobs. There's some keys. There's a copper rivet. I think that's probably the internals out of a clock or something like that, a heavy piece of brass. And then here's all my change. I got some clad quarters, clad dimes, nickels, zinc pennies, copper pennies, copper memorial pennies. Those are 95% copper. And then those are my destroyed zinc pennies that are not going to be salvageable. And I got one really ugly nickel that I don't know that I'm going to be able to save. But all in all, I found about $11 in change. So that's going to go towards buying something cool this week. In fact, here's a bag of all the other change that I found the last few weeks. So I got probably $30 or $40 in change that I'm going to turn in. Some bits of iron there, just kind of random things. I was digging the iron signals, and that's how I found this knife up here. Some more internals out of a clock, it looks like. Some lead and things like that. Here's that knife after I cleaned it up. It's not in bad shape. It's not necessarily a knife that I would buy, but it's not too bad. It's called a Sod Cutter Junior. It's like $30 retail, but not a bad knife. Found a necklace sitting in the grass, a piece of aluminum, some other things that just sounded good on the detector. Got one zip tab this week. What else do we have? There's that Orca Coke Island pin, some lead fishing sinkers. There's a heart. I got this kitty cat that was in the grass. Kind of an interesting little pendant. So kind of a neat find, I guess. What else do we have? I got that hem weight, some costume jewelry rings. Man, I found a ton of these this week for some reason. I ended up finding 3 of the best friend heart pieces, pendants right there. Got a few interesting coins. I got a $1 coin, Thomas Jefferson. Got just 1 wheat penny this week, surprisingly. A 1956, it looks like. I did get a buffalo nickel again. I keep finding these for some reason. Lots and lots of buffalo nickels this year. And then I did get a little play dime made of aluminum. So kind of a cool little find there. Kansas City Chiefs, rivety button kind of thing. Then here's my better finds right in the middle. We got some cool stuff right here. I got this unmarked silver ring. Good find. Little kid's ring. Same with this. It's a little tiny, probably little girl's ring. It is marked 925 there in the band. Got this kind of cool little earring right there. It is silver. And I think it's got real pearls. So that's kind of a neat little earring. And then my best find of the week, my favorite find actually, was this. This really cool little silver turtle. That's a pretty neat find. I actually looked it up online, and they're selling for like $20 to $30 right now, these little vintage silver turtles. So, cool little pendant. All in all, I can't complain too much. We did pretty well. I am going to go over, like I said, and turn in my change and hopefully buy a cool coin to share with you guys. And here it is, folks. That is the coin that I decided to buy with all the change that I've dug up in the last month. I bought myself an 1858 seated Liberty quarter. Really neat coin. They had a mintage of 7.3 million, and I've actually only ever dug up 1 seated quarter in my lifetime, and I believe it was in 1877. So this one's a little bit older. It really does go to show that when you metal detect, even if you can't find coins like this where you're metal detecting, sometimes the clad change that you do uncover can still buy really neat pieces like this. So a lot of hard work and a lot of time spent digging up pennies, dimes, and quarters and nickels, and it thankfully bought a really cool old coin. I love these old pre-Civil War coins. Just a really classic American design, so couldn't be happier. Once again, I really do appreciate you guys watching the channel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye now.